Today I'm here to teach you chapter 8 in your textbook, that's directed numbers. So this word is new to you, directed. So that means there's a direction. So numbers with direction we call directed numbers. Look at this diagram. What is the first light post from the place where child is? What can you say about this diagram? The distance from here to A or here to P is the same. So we can't say which point exactly. We can say either A or P. A or P. What is the first light post to the right direction from the place where child is? If you take, this is the right hand side, what's the first light post? That's A. What is the second light post to the right? We know right hand side is this way, so that's B. What is the third light post to the right? 1, 2, 3, that's C. What is the first light post to the left? So you have to take this direction. So that's P. And what is the second light post to the left? You can say that's Q. And what's the third light post to the left? That's R. Now you know to the right side, that means this way, and left means this way. Look at this line. So 0 is there and plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus values are to the right. And minus 1 starting from here, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 there. There seems to be two directions to the above numbers. Positive side, negative side. Numbers to the right from 0 are plus values. The numbers to the left from 0 are minus numbers or negative numbers. You can write negative also. Negative numbers. 0 does not have a mark, plus or minus. It is the initial point. So we can call this is the initial point. From this initial point, we take plus values to the right and minus values or negative values to the left. And also we put an arrow this way, only one side, showing that the numbers are increasing this way. What you call this line? Number line. This is called the number line. So initial point, and towards right side you get positive values. Towards left side you get negative values. Write the numbers relevant to these letters. A. A is here. That means minus 2. That means 2 places to the left from 0. B. B is here. That's 0, initial point. C. That's plus 2. D. Where's D? That's plus 4. And E. E is minus 4. And F. Where's F? F is here, plus 1. Here we put brackets when you get a negative number. Look at this number line. The position P is stationed on the very middle of minus 1 and minus 2. Look at this one. So that's halfway between minus 1 and minus 2. So what can you say about P then? You can say this is minus 1 and a half. 1 and a half. Or you can write P as minus 1.5 in decimals. In between 1 and 2, that's 1.5. So minus value is there, minus 1.5. The position Q is stationed on the very middle of +2 and +3. This is also the same. So what's the value of Q? Q you can write plus 2.5 or 2.5. You can either write in fractions or decimals. All the plus whole numbers, minus or negative whole numbers, 0, plus fractions, plus decimals, minus numbers and the minus decimals stationed on the number line are all directed numbers. So you can get positive numbers, negative whole numbers, 0, fractions, decimals. So all these values on this number line. So we call these are directed numbers. So remember, directed means with the direction. Now try to write down the other points. What's S? S is in between 0 and 1. So what's S? S is half or 0.5. So I can write half plus half or 0.5. What about R? R point you can write? R point is in between -3 and -4. So -3.5 or you can write R equals -3.5. Station the following numbers on the number line. 2.5. So plus, you don't need to give the plus sign. Nothing means you have to take that is plus 2.5. 2.5 means midway of 2 and 3. That's A. B, -3.5. -3.5 is in between -3 and -4. That's B. C equals 0. So that's the initial point, C. D is +4. So D is, and we can put an arrow towards right side. So that's the number line. Look at this diagram. Write the numbers shown on the points marked on the number line. P. P is -4. Q. In between -2 and -3. So what's the value? -2.5 or -2.5. R exactly -1. S is in between 0 and 1. That's +half. T +2. U is in between 3 and 4. You can write +3.5 or 3.5. Now we'll compare directed numbers. Look at the number line. Write 3 numbers greater than A. Greater means you can't include A. Greater means towards right side. So write down 3 numbers greater than A. So I can write +3, +4, +5. Write 3 numbers smaller than A. So you can't write +2. So towards left side. +1, 0, -1. Write 3 numbers greater than B. B is here. Greater means towards right side. So you can write -1, 0, +1. Write 3 numbers smaller than B. That means towards left side. -3, -4, -5. Numbers to the right of a certain number are greater than that number. Numbers to the left of certain number are smaller than that number. So when you compare 2 numbers, see which one is to the right side. So the right side number is greater than the other number always. Look at this statement. Elephant is greater than or larger than ant. This means ant is less or smaller than. We can say smaller than elephant. Now write how the following, these ones in words. 7 is greater than 3. 7 is greater. Greater, larger, you can use those words. 7 is greater than 3. Yes, 1. 2 is greater than minus 3. 2 is greater than negative 3. This is other way around. Remember crocodile mouth. Crocodile mouth opens to the bigger side. Other side is less. So minus 5 or negative 5 is less than negative 2. This one, negative 3 is less than. Is less than 0. This statement, 0 is greater than minus 7. Minus or negative 7. Here minus 4 is less than or negative 4 is less than 4. Write these using either greater or less sign. Minus 2. Minus 2 is smaller than, less than 4. Minus 7, smaller than minus 6. 0 is larger than minus 5. 8 is smaller than 12, plus 12. So you can write plus if you want. Minus 3, smaller than 3. Smaller than plus 3. Plus 9, larger means greater than minus 1. So when you look at these numbers, always the bigger value is to the right. 9 and minus 1, 9 is to the right. Here plus 3 is to the right, plus 12. Here 0 is to the right compared with minus 5. Fill in the blanks using either greater or less than mark. Minus 3 and minus 4. So minus 3 is towards the right side than minus 4. So this is greater. Minus 8 and plus 2. 2 is to the right and minus 8 to the left. So 2 should be greater. So minus 8, 8 is less than plus 2. Plus 5 and plus 3.5. This is towards right side. So that's greater. Minus 1.5 and 2.5. 2 plus 2.5 is to the right. So this way. So that means this number is less than 2.5. 0 and minus 4, which one to the right? 0. So you put greater. Minus 9 and minus 7. Minus 7 is towards right side. So you put greater to that side. Plus 8 and plus 5. This is more towards to the right. So that's greater. Plus 8 is greater. Minus 10 and plus 10. 10 is to the right. So you put the crocodile mouth open with the plus 10. Minus 7.5 and minus 5.5. This one, minus 5.5 towards right. So you put this number. 2.10, 3.7. 3.7 is to the right. You put this one. If the relationship given for the following pair of numbers is correct, indicate the correct sign. If it's not correct, put wrong sign. Plus 3 and minus 2. Yes, plus 3 is towards right side. This is correct. Minus 5 and minus 4. Minus 5 is towards left side. So that's correct. 0 and minus 7. That's wrong. Because 0 is to the right side. It should be greater. So that's wrong. Minus 9 and minus 8. Minus 8 towards right side. So that's also wrong. Plus 7 and plus 9. 9 is bigger. That's wrong. Minus 11, minus 11, both are equal. That's correct. 9 and 12. 12 is bigger. That's correct. Minus 6 and minus 2. Minus 2 is bigger. That's wrong. 5 and 9. 9 is bigger. That's correct. 0 and 2. 2 is bigger. So that's wrong. Additive inverse numbers. So what are additive inverse means? The distance from minus 2 to 0 equals to the distance from 0 to 2. So again, distance from minus 3 to 0 and distance from 0 to minus 3, these two distances are equal. So we call minus 3 is the additive inverse of plus 3. Plus 2 is the additive inverse of minus 2. So the same distance from the original point or the initial point. Right numbers having equal distance to 0. If it's minus 5, what should be the additive inverse? That's plus 5, equal distance. Minus 4, what's the value? Minus 4 is same as plus 4. So don't get confused with this sign. So this is just brackets, not any inequality sign, just a bracket showing that what are the additive inverse of these numbers. Minus 3, what's the additive inverse of that? Plus 3. Minus 2 is plus 2. Minus 1 is plus 1. And plus 9, that's minus 9. Plus 8, additive inverse is minus 8. Plus 7, additive inverse is minus 7. Plus 6, that's minus 6. Plus 5, that's minus 5. So these are the additive inverse of the other numbers. That means the distance from the initial point to these points are the same. What is the answer getting when the following additive inverse numbers are added? Think about plus 10 and minus 10. So both get cancelled out and you get 0. Minus 9 plus 9. You get 0. Because one towards right and one towards left. So both signs plus minus get cancelled out. Minus 8 and plus 8, 0. Plus Plus 7 and minus 7, 0. So all these, when you add additive inverse to that number, what you get? You get all zeros. This is also number and the additive inverse. All are zeros. 5 and minus 5, 4. So all you get 0. So always when two additive inverse integers are added, the answer is 0 because it get cancelled out. Positive means towards right side. Negative means towards left side. So same distance, it get cancelled out. Addition of directed numbers. The number line can be used for adding directed numbers. So we'll try to do this. Plus 2. What's plus 2 means? From 0, you move 2 places to the right. That's plus 2. Now, this is a new position. Then adding plus 3. Another 3 places. 1 from here. 1, 2, 3. So you are moving another 3. So what's the final answer? You get 5. This is the initial position, 0 to 5. So answer is plus 5. Move 2 units to the right first after starting from 0. Move 3 more units to the right and join 0 and the final destination. There will be the answer from that. So plus 5 is the answer. Plus 3 and plus 4. We'll try to use the number line for that. Plus 3 means starting from the initial 3 places to the right. That's this position. Then another 4 towards right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the final position. So here to here. What's that? 0 to 7. That's plus 7. Plus 5 and plus 4. Starting from initial point, 5 places to the right. And then another 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's the final answer? That's plus 9. This one try. Plus 6 and plus 2. Starting from initial point. Plus 6 means 6 squares to the right. And then plus 2, another 2 to the right. Final position is this. Here to here means plus 8. So remember, on a number line, when you mark the numbers, the distances are equal. Do the following additions at once. So what can you see from the previous one? When you get same sign, pluses, you just add these two numbers. 5 plus 4, 9. 3 plus 4, 7. 6 plus 2, 8. So without the number line, when you get two positive numbers adding, you can just write down the addition. 3 and 3 plus 6. Plus 8 and 3 plus 11. 4 and 8 plus 12. 6 plus 3 plus 9. 9 plus 2 plus 11. 8 and 8 plus 16. 8 plus 7 plus 15. 9 and 10 plus 19. 7 and 11 plus 18. And 10 and 7 plus 17. So if both numbers carry the same sign, the answer get the same sign. Answer is given by adding both numbers. Fill in the blanks. Minus 8 is there. So how you get minus 8 from minus 3? So towards minus side. So you can add another minus 5. 5 and 3, 8. So both to the left. How you get minus 9 from minus 6? You are adding another minus 3. 10 from this one, 7, both are minus. So when you add 3 to that towards left side, you get minus 10. How you get minus 5? Minus 4, minus 1. Minus 8, you can get it from minus 0. Here minus or plus doesn't matter, 0 is the same. Minus 4, you need to get minus 6 from minus 4. You are adding minus 2. Minus 16 from minus 10, you are adding minus 6. Minus 18 from minus 9, minus 9. Minus 5 is already there, so you are adding 0. Minus 8 from minus 4, you are adding minus 4. Now we'll try to use the number line. Minus 2. Now minus 2 means starting from the initial 2 places to the left now. And then adding negative 3 means the direction is different now. Negative means to the left. So 3 more to the left. So final position is this. So what's the number? You get minus 5. Move 2 units to the left, starting from 0. Move another 3 units to the left from there on and join O and the final destination. If move to minus direction, the answer is minus. So minus 2 and minus 3 becomes minus 5. Add using number line. Minus 3. So how you do that? Starting from 0, minus 3 means towards left side 3 squares. Minus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Another 4. So this is the final position. So here to here is the answer. So you get minus 7. Minus 7 and minus 2. So first position is 0. Minus 7 means this one. Another 2 to the left. Here. So here to here, this is the final position. So you get minus 9. Minus 5, minus 3. So starting from the initial point, minus 5 means towards left side. Another 3 to the left. So you get final position is minus 8. So minus 5 and minus 3 adding it becomes minus 8. Studying the answers of the above number line. Write the answer to the following at once. So what's the theory? When you get both negative, what you do? Just add the two numbers. Minus 7 minus 2, minus 9. Minus 3 minus 4, minus 7. Minus 5 minus 3, that's minus 8. Now we'll use that property. Both same sign. Minus 3 minus 7, minus 10. Minus 5 and minus 2 here, minus 7. Minus 9 minus 2, minus 11. Minus 6 and minus 4, minus 10. Minus 3 and minus 2, you get minus 5. Minus 8 and minus 3, minus 11. Minus 7 and minus 2, minus 9. Minus 10 and minus 4, minus 14. Minus 11 and minus 9, minus 20. Just add. Minus 8 and minus 8, minus 60. So if both numbers get the same sign, the answer will get the same sign. Answers given by adding both numbers. So add and put the sign. 11 plus 9, 20. Both are negative. So put negative sign. Fill in the blanks. Minus 8. From minus 3, minus 5. How you get minus 9 from minus 6? You have to add minus 3. Minus 10 and minus 7, you have to add minus 3 there. How you get minus 5 from minus 4? Add minus 1. Minus 8 from minus 8, that means 0. This one. How you get minus 6 from minus 4? Adding minus 2. 16 from minus 10, you have to add minus 6. 18 from 9, add minus 9. 5 is already there, add 0. How you get minus 8 from minus 4? Add minus 4. Now, one is positive and the other one is negative. So, we'll see how we use the number line. Plus 5 from 0, plus means towards right side. So, that's plus 5 is here. Now, minus, adding negative. The direction is not the same. You are moving 2 squares to the left now. So, what's the last position? You get 0 to 3. So, I'll use a different color there. Here to here now. What's the answer? Plus 3. So, what happens? Starting from 0, move 5 units to the right. Then, move 2 more units along from there on. But, this is towards left side. Answer is given according to the direction. So, 0 to 3, that's positive way. So, you get positive 3. Find answer using number line. Plus 7. So, here to here, 7 squares to the right. Now, from there, minus 5. Change the direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 squares to the left now. So, what's the end point? This is the last position. This is the starting point. So, what's the answer? Plus 2. Minus 6 and plus 3. Starting from 0, minus 6 means 6 squares to the left. And adding 3 now. Adding 3 means move 3 squares to the right. So, what's the position here? So, minus 3 from here. So, the answer is minus 3. Minus 5 plus 2. So, from 0, minus 5 means towards left. Then plus 2 means 2 squares to the right. So, now the point is here. So, what's the answer? 0 to. This one means minus 3. Plus 8 and minus 6. Plus 8 means starting from here, 8 squares here to the right. But minus means you move 6 squares this way. So, this is the last position. So, the answer is plus 2. Write the answer at once. Now, here, look at carefully. 5 and 2. You got 3. Sign is negative. So, what we do when you get two different signs? You take the difference. 5 and 2 difference is 3. Then 8 and 6 difference is 2. Take the difference and put the sign of the bigger number. Which one is bigger? 5 is bigger than 2. So, the sign for 5 is minus. Which one is bigger here? Here, there's a small mistake. This is minus 6. So, which sign is bigger? Plus 8 is bigger. So, this is plus. So, use that theory and find out this one. 8 and 3, difference is 5. Which one is bigger? Plus 8. Difference of 7 and 5 is 2. Which one is bigger? Plus 7. 9 and 2, difference is 7. Minus sign is bigger. Answer is minus 7. Plus 7 and minus 10. What's the difference? 3. Minus sign is here because 10 is bigger. 10 and 8. Minus 10. That means difference is 2. That's minus. Then sixth one. 11 and 7. Difference is 4. Plus is there because 11 is bigger. Minus 5 and 5. Inverse additive numbers. The answer is 0. 15 and I'll do this one. 9 and minus 2. Difference is 7 and plus is there because 9 is bigger. 11 and 5. Difference is 6. Negative 6 because minus 11 is bigger than 5. When you compare without the sign, then 15 and 10, difference is 5. Negative sign is bigger. So negative 15 is bigger, so you put negative. 10 and 3, that's 7. Plus 7 because 10 is bigger. Minus 8 and 5, difference is 3. Which one is bigger? Minus 8. 8 is bigger, so that's minus sign. So when you get two different signs, take the difference and put the sign of the bigger number. Now fill in the blanks. Minus 2 is there. That's minus, so you are adding plus 5 to that. 7 and 5, difference is 2. You get minus 3. Minus 8 is there. What's the difference? You need another plus 5. 6 and 4, difference is 2. So add 2 to that. Minus 9 and 3, difference is 3. That means you are adding 6 to that. Is that 6? That's wrong because that becomes minus 3. So you have to add more positive numbers. Plus 12. 9 and 12, difference is 3, but positive is the highest number. Here positive is the highest number means this should be more. 8 plus 5, 13. That's plus 13. Plus is more. So you have to add 13 more. Plus 18. You get plus 13 as the difference. Plus 7 is there. How you get 7 from this? So you need to add that. 10 plus 10 and minus 3, you get plus 7. Minus 5 and minus 2 is there. So that means you are adding plus 3. Take the difference, that's 2. Bigger number is negative. Bigger number is negative there, so you need to add plus 8 there to get minus 2. Plus 8 and minus 10, minus 2. Minus 1 is there, so that means you are adding plus 5. Difference is 1. Plus 5 is there, so you are adding 0, so you don't need brackets. 0 plus 5, that's plus 5. Minus 7 is there, so add 0 to that. So that's how you get the difference. Write the answer at once. Now all these expressions, one is negative, one is positive. So take the difference and put the sign of the bigger number. 7, 5, that's 2. Negative is the sign because 7 is bigger. 8 and 3, difference is 5. Plus 5 is there because 8 is bigger. 10 and 11, difference is 1. Put the sign of the bigger number, that's plus 1. 9 and 12, 3. And minus 3 is there because 12 is bigger. 6 and 10, 4 is the difference. Plus 4 you are getting because 10 is the bigger number. Minus 5 and 13, what's the difference? 8. And plus 8 because 13 is bigger. This one. 8 and minus 7, you get 1, and that's positive. 19 and 10, 9, minus 9 because 19 is bigger. 11 and 20, the difference is 9 and plus 9 because 20 is bigger. 18 and 21, 3 is the difference. And minus 3 you are getting because minus 21. So 21 is bigger than 18. 19 and 16, difference is 3. Plus 3 because 19 is bigger. 17 and 9, what's the difference? So you get 8. 17 and 9. Plus is there because 17 is bigger. Write the answer at once. Now you can do. So this is combination. When you get same sign, you add, even it's negative or positive. When you get different signs, you take the difference. That's the basic idea. Plus 5 plus 3, both positive. Add it. Minus 3 minus 8, both negative. Add these two numbers and put the sign of the number. 7 and 2, add the numbers and put the sign. 9 and 3, same sign, that's positive. Now this is difference because one is positive, one is negative. So the difference is 4, the larger number is positive. Difference is 6, larger number is negative. 8 and 11, difference is 3, not difference, both negative. Both negative means add these two, you get 19 and put the sign. Both negative, add it and put the sign. Both negative, add and put the sign. One is positive, one is negative. Difference is 3, bigger number is positive. 16 and 8, here take the difference because one is positive and one is negative. Bigger number is negative. 10 and 15, difference is 5, bigger number is minus. Take the difference. 17 and 15, that's 2, bigger number is positive there. 11 and 3, both negative. Add it together. So you get 14. Both negative, so that's negative 14. Plus 8 and plus 0, both positive, just add it. You get plus 8. 30 and 35. Difference is 5. And the larger number is positive. So only thing you have to remember, when you get adding same sign numbers, you are getting same sign with addition of the two numbers. When you get two different signs, you take the difference and put the sign of the larger number. Fill in the blanks of the following tables. What's that? Adding. 0, 0, adding 0. 0 and 1, 1. 0 and 2, 2. 0 and 3, 3, 0 and 4. So this is just the number as it is. Minus 1 and 0, minus 1. You get the same number when you add 0. So I can write this column as it is. And then these numbers, minus 1 and plus 1, additive inverse. you get 0. Minus 1 and plus 2, take the difference, 1. That becomes plus 1. Minus 1 and plus 3, difference is 2. And that's plus. Minus 1 and plus 4, that's plus 3. Difference is 3. Minus 1 and 5, difference is 4. 5 is the bigger number, that's positive. Now minus 2 and plus 1. 1 is positive, 1 is negative. Take the difference and put the sign of the bigger number. Minus 2 plus 2, you get additive inverse, that's 0. Minus 2 and plus 3, the difference is 1, you get plus 1. Minus 2 plus 4, you get plus 2. Minus 2 plus 5, you get plus 3. Now minus 3. Minus 3 plus 1, take the difference and put the bigger sign of the bigger number. Minus 3 plus 2, that's minus 1. Minus 3 plus 3, that's additive inverse, you get 0. Minus 3 plus 4, that's positive 1. Minus 3 plus 5, you get positive 2. Minus 4 plus 1, you get negative 3. Minus 4 plus 2, negative 2. Minus 4 plus 3, negative 1. And this is additive inverse, you get 0. Minus 4 plus 5, you get plus 1. Minus 5 now. Minus 5 plus 1, you get minus 4. Minus 5 plus 2, minus 3. Minus 5 plus 3, minus 2. Minus 5 plus 4, minus 1. And minus 5 and plus 5, additive inverse, you get 0. Now you know how to add directed numbers. Another method for addition of directed numbers. So this is where we look at the distance from the initial point. O means 0 is the number line. 0 of the number line is called as the initial point. We already know that. Now we are checking most distant initial point from the following 2 points. So always look at the initial point and see which one is the most distant. Is it minus 3 or plus 5? That's plus 5. Minus 5 or plus 7? Plus 7. Plus 8 or minus 11? This is most distant value from the initial point. Plus 9 or minus 6? Plus 9. 10 or 11? So this is towards left, this is towards right. 11 is bigger. Minus 5 or 7? 7 is more distant than 5. 11 or 13? 13. 15 or minus 20? Minus 20. 18 or 25? 25 is most distant. 20 or minus 18? Plus 20 is more distant. 20 or this one? This one. Minus 6 or plus 7? 7. So when you take the number, you can find out the most distant value from the initial point. So what we use, you look at the most distant number. Plus 5 is the most distant number. So apply plus mark to the answer. So check most distant value, that's plus. And the answer, you get the difference. 5 and 3 difference is 2. So what you get? Plus 5 and minus 3, that's plus 2. Minus 7 and 3, which one is most distant? 7. So minus 7 is there. So that means minus answer you are getting. And difference is 4. So minus 4 is the answer. Minus 5 and 5. Now what happens? Both are the same distance. Minus 5 plus 5 due to being stationed in the equal distances. So you get answer 0. Minus 8 plus 8 also answer 0. Plus 7 minus 7 same distance. You get answer 0. Minus 6 and plus 6 you get 0. Write the answers at once. Minus 7 minus 7. Both minus. Add and put the sign. Minus 40. Minus 3 and 5. Both negative. Add and put the negative sign. Minus 2 and minus 8. You get 11. 9 and 4. 13. That's minus. Minus 6 and minus 6. Minus 12. 8 and 2. Adding. That's 10. Plus 11 plus 7. You get plus 18. 6 and 4. That's 10. 5 and 3. That's 8. 8 and 7. That's 15. When you get same sign, you add and put the sign of the number. Write the answer at once. Now, two different signs. Take the difference. 8 and 5. Most distant number is 8. So, plus is there. Difference is 3. Difference of these two is 3. Most distant value is plus. 10 and 5. Difference is 5. Most distant value is 10. 8 and 12. Difference is 4. Most distant value is minus. So, minus 4 is the answer. 9 and 11. What's the difference? 2. The most distant value is minus. Minus 8 and plus 8. Additive numbers. You get 0 because same distance from initial point. 18 and 10. Difference is 8 and plus because most distant value is plus 18. 19 and 10. Difference is 9 and this is plus. 8 and 6 difference is 2. 8 is most distant value, that's plus. 17 and 15. Difference is 2. Most distant value is minus. So, minus 2. Write the answers at once. So, both positive. Add the two numbers, 1/3, 1/3. You get 2/3. Both positive. Both positive. 2 nines, 2 nines, 4 nines. It's positive. Both negative. So, add it. 5 and 2, 7. 7 over 7 minus. So, finally you get minus 1 because it get cancelled out. This one is positive, 1 is negative. Take the difference. 7 and 4 difference is 3. 3 over 10. This is plus because plus 7 is the most distant number. Both minus, add it. 3.5, 2.1. When you add it, you get 5.6. Both negative, so you can put negative sign. This one, both positive. Add the two numbers, 6 and 9, 9.6. This is positive. Now we'll look at the exercises and examples in your textbook. Example number 1. Find the value of plus 3 plus 2 using the number line. So what you do, you can mark it first. So I'll mark starting from here 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, 6, plus 7, plus 8. So here, plus 3. So starting from 0, plus 3 means 3 squares to the right. And plus 2, another 2 to the right. So what's the final answer? So you are getting here to here, that means plus 5. So the answer is plus 5. 0 to plus 5. Exercise 8.1. Find each of the following sums using the number line. So I'll start from 0 here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 2. That means starting from the initial point, plus 2 is here. Plus 3 means another 3 squares to the right. So what's the answer? Using number line, we are getting here to here. That's plus 5. Plus 3 plus 3. So you can start from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Starting from 0. Plus 3 means 3 squares to the right. Another 3. 3 squares to the right. So what's the answer? Final position is here. You can write plus 6. Plus 4 and plus 1. So you can mark the number line first. Starting from plus 4, 0 to 4. And another 1 to the right. So this is this position. So what's that? 0 to plus 5. So plus 5 is the answer. Plus 5 and plus 3. We'll start from 0. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus 5 means 5 squares to the right. That's here. Another 3 squares to the right. So what's the answer? Plus 5 and plus 3 becomes plus 8. Here to here. Plus 8. Example number 1. Now this is minus 3 minus 2 towards left hand side. So we need more negative numbers. So I'll start from negative 9. Negative 3. So that means to the left now. 0 to 3. So negative 3 to the left. Another 2 to the left. So the position is here. From here to here, that's negative 5. Exercise 8.2. Find the value using the number line. Negative 4, negative 1. So I'll start here minus 9. Starting from minus 4. So here 0. Minus 4 means to the left. 4 squares. And another 1 more. So what's the final position? Here to here. So that's minus 5. Minus 2 and minus 2. First mark the number line and starting from the initial point. Minus 2. 2 squares to the left. Another 2 squares to the left. So what's the final position? That's 0 to minus 4. So minus 4 is the answer. Minus 2 minus 3. know the number line, and starting from the initial point, minus 2 means 2 squares to the left. Another 3 squares to the left, 1, 2, 3. So what's the last position? Here to here now. That's minus 5. Minus 1, minus 3. Starting with minus 1. So initial point, minus 1 means 1 square to the left. 3 more squares to the left. 1, 2, 3. 3 squares to the left. So you get finally 4 squares from here, from the initial point. That's minus 4. Minus 3, minus 3. The number line. Starting from initial point, minus 3 means 3 squares to the left. Another 3 squares to the left. So you get here to here. So that's left minus 6. Minus 4 and minus 2. Starting from, we'll take minus 9. First label it. And then starting from initial point. Minus 4 means 4 squares to the left. Another 2 squares to the left. So what's the final position? You get 6 squares to the left. So the answer is minus 6. Example number 1. Find the value of minus 5 plus 2. Using the number line now, two different signs. So we'll take minus 9, minus 8. Starting from 0, minus 5. 5 squares to the left. Plus 2 means 2 squares to the right again. So what's the final position? Final position is here. So that means here to here from initial point. So that's minus 3. Exercise 8.3. Find the value using the number line. Plus 3 and negative 1. Plus 3. Starting from this one, plus 3 means towards right side 3 squares. Then negative 1 means 1 square to the left. So what's the answer there? You get here to here. That's positive 2. Minus 4 and plus 6. So here plus 6 starting from minus 4. So here 0, minus 4 means towards left side 4 squares. Plus 6 means from there 6 squares to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the last position is here. So what's the answer here to here? You get plus 2. Minus 7 and plus 2. Starting from 0. Minus 7 means 7 squares to the left. Plus 2 means 2 squares to the right now. 1, 2. So what's the answer? This is the final position. Here to here. You get minus 5. Plus 2 and minus 5. So we'll start from the same thing. Plus 2. Starting from 0, 2 squares to the right. Minus 5 means from here 5 squares to the left. Now the position is here, here to here. That means to the left, that's 3 squares. You get minus 3 as the answer. Look at this one. Plus 1 and minus 1. So we'll take the number line. Plus 1. Starting from 0, plus 1 means 1 square to the right. And minus 1, 1 square to the left. So what's the answer? You get 0. Additive inverse. Minus 3 and plus 3. So you have to show this on a number line. So that's why we need to mark numbers and show that you get 0. Minus 3 means 3 squares to the left. And from there, plus 3 means 3 squares to the right. So the final position is 0. Example number 1. Simplify. So now this is without a number line. So same sign addition. All these same signs. So what you do? Add it and put the sign. 6 and 4, 10. Plus is given, so plus 10. 11 and 3, 14. Both pluses, so you get plus. 5 and 2, 7. Both minus, so you get minus 7. 4 and 1 addition is 5. Both negative, you get negative 5. Exercise 8.4. Simplify. Now both same sign addition. 8 plus 3, 11. This is plus. Both same sign, 7 and 3, that's 10. Both negative, so negative 10. 12 and 4, both positive. 12 plus 4, 16, that's plus. 9 and 16 addition, 25. Both negative, so negative 25. Negative 20 and negative 13, both negative. So add the two numbers and put the sign. 17 and 13 addition, that's 30, put the sign. 29 and 11 addition, that's 40. Put the sign of the two numbers, that's negative. 2 and 8, that's 10. Put the sign of the two numbers, that's plus. Minus 3 and minus 10, that's 13. Both negative, put the sign as negative. Example number 1, simplify. Now, two different signs. So when you get two different signs, you take the difference. 8 and 3 difference is 5. The most distant point value from initial, that's plus 8. So this is plus 5. Plus 4 and minus 10. Difference is 6. Most distant value is 10. So that's minus 6. Evaluate the following. 7 and 2. Take the difference and put the sign of the bigger number. 10 and 4. Take the difference. 6. Put the sign of the bigger number. That's minus. 6 and 3. Take the difference and put the sign of the larger number. 9 and 5. Difference is 4. Larger number is positive. 11 and 4. What's the difference? You get 7. Larger number is negative. So negative 7. 4 and 0 difference is 4. Larger number is 4. So that's minus 4. 9 and 8 difference is 1. Larger number is positive. So you get positive 1. 7 and 15. The difference is 8. Larger number is negative. 5 and 6. Larger number is negative. So the answer is negative. Difference is 1. 7 and 5. Take the difference. It's 2. Larger number is negative. So you get negative 2. 8 and 10. Difference is 2. Larger number is negative. That's minus 2. 9 and 4. Difference is 5. Larger number is negative. So you get negative 5. Example number 1. Add the following directed numbers. You get fractions, decimals. Same sign. So you add it half and half. You get 2 over 2 or just 1. Both positive. So plus 1. Both negative addition. So that means add these two. 4 and 2, 6. 6 over 7. Both negative. So you put negative 6 over 7. Both numbers positive. So you take the addition. 7.2 and 1.3. You get 8.5. Both positive. So positive 8.5. Here 1 is negative, 1 is positive means take the difference. Difference is 4.4. Which one is bigger? 6.9 is bigger. So you put the negative sign. Exercise 8.6. Evaluate the following. Same sign you add 3 plus 1, 4. 4 over 5. Both positive. So you put positive. Both negative addition 4 and 1, 5. So add the two fractions and put the sign. Both positive. Add the both positive. Add the two values. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 over 3. You get 1. So both positive. The sign also positive. Addition. 2 and half, 2 and a half. Both negative, so negative 2 and a half. Both negative here. Add the two numbers. 8.1 and 1.3. 9.4. This is negative. Both negative. Add the two. 3.6 and 1.8. 5.4 is the answer. Both negative, so you put the sign negative. 1 is positive, 1 is negative. Take the difference. When you take the difference, you get 1.5. 1.5 is the answer. Which one is bigger? 4. So that's positive. Both negative, so add it. 8.7. So negative both, so you put negative sign. This one, both negative. 4 and 3, 7. So 7 over 8. This one, you can do these two first. 1 is negative, 1 is positive means take the difference. 3.9. What's the answer? This is minus plus. So bigger number is plus, so you get plus 3.9. Now 4.3 and 3.9, two different signs. So take the difference now. 4.3 and 3.9. 0.4 is the answer. So 0.4 answer is negative because the bigger number is negative. So negative 0.4. These two, one is positive, one is negative. Take the difference. 1.8. Which number is larger than this? So 5.7 is larger, so this is positive. Now positive again. So that means add 1.4. So you get 3.2. That's positive. Now look at miscellaneous exercise. Fill in the blanks. Plus 8 minus 1. Take the difference. That's 7. Bigger number is positive. 11 and 12. Take the difference. That's 1. Bigger number is negative. Both negative. Add it. 15. Both negative means the answer is also negative. Both negative. Add it. 7 plus 5, 12. 12 over 9. That's negative. You can simplify further. 3 times 3, 3 times 4. So minus 4 over 3, you can write as improper. This improper fraction as mixed number. I can write minus 1 and 1/3 as 4 over 3. Both negative here, so add it. 8 plus 3, 11. 11 over 11. That's negative. So you get negative 1. This one, both positive. Add it together. 8.95, 2.97. When you add it, you get 12 here, 19, 11. 11.92. Both positive, so you get positive 11.92. Both negative, so you can add it. 6, 10, 8. So 8.06. And both negative means put a negative sign. One is negative, one is positive. Take the difference. So you get 4.64. So that's 4.64. Which one is bigger? Plus sign is bigger, so this is plus. This one, both negative. Add it. 7 plus 4, 11. 11 over 13, and this is minus. One is positive, one is negative. Take the difference. .01. What's the sign? Plus, because of larger number is positive. Question number 2. The ground floor of a building has been named floor 0 and the floors above it have been named 1, 2, 3 respectively, while the floors below it have been named -1, -2, -3 respectively. If a person in floor 7 climbs up a further 5 floors, which floor will he be in? If the person in floor -1 descends a further 2 floors, which floor will he be in? So you can think as the number line. So when you take the number line, so 0, if you take this one is the ground floor, and 1, 2, 3 up like that, plus 1, plus 2. And down, this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So this goes down and that one goes up. If a person in floor 7 climbs up a further 5 floors, so that means floor 7 means plus 7. Climbs up further 5 floors. So that means 5 moves here. 7 plus 5, that's 12. Which floor will he be in? 12th floor. Second one, if a person in floor minus 1. So second one is similar to something like minus 1 is the position. Minus 4. Descends means go to the left, going down. Further 2 floors. 2 floors from here. What's the value? Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So that's minus 3. Which floor will he be in? Minus 3. If a person in floor 8 descends 3 floors. So floor 8 means plus 8. Descends means go to the left, going down by 3 units. So what's the value? It becomes plus 5. Which floor will he be in? Plus 5. If a person in floor 2, so floor 2 means plus 2, descends 4 floors. Descends means going down. So 4 floors. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's the value? 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2. 4 floors from here means minus 2. Then, which floor will he be in? This one, if a person floor 2 descends 4 floors. Which floor? Minus 2. Question number 3. The temperature at 6 a.m. in Moscow on a certain day was recorded as minus 4.7 Celsius, while the temperature at 4 p.m. on the same day was increased by 12. Find the temperature in Moscow at 4 p.m. So 6 a.m. minus 4.7 Celsius, while the temperature at 4 p.m. increased. Increase means plus 12. Find the temperature. So that means minus 4.7 plus 12. So what's the value? This is different signs. You take the difference first. 4.7. So you get 3, 5, 7. So 7.3. What's the sign? Bigger number is positive. So plus 7.3 Celsius is the temperature at 4 p.m. So we covered all theory related to directed numbers. All numbers that are written with positive or negative sign to indicate not only their magnitude but also one of 2 directions which are opposite to each other are called directed numbers. When adding 2 directed numbers of the same sign, just add the 2 numbers and consider the sign. When adding 2 direct numbers of opposite signs, positive or negative, take the difference without considering the sign and the answer with the sign of the directed number which is further away from 0 on the number line or the bigger number. So practice all theory and exercises related to directed numbers because you need this in future.